Come on, baby! Welcome back to the Lion's Den with me, your host, Jack Hopkins. I look around every day and I think, this is unbelievable. My life is absolutely incredible. And it makes me think, well, Jack, how the hell did you get here? What's the one thing you do? What's one thing that you started doing that changed your life forever? And I came upon this answer. I've come upon this answer a few times, and it's without a doubt the most important thing you can do. And it sounds cliche, but the weird thing is the cliche things work. People have been telling me this for my entire life. People have told you this multiple times, but I hope that maybe I can tell it to you in a way that actually makes you do something about it. Because maybe I'm the person, the vehicle that you'll listen to. The thing that changed my life forever, if I actually look at it, the big change in my life came from consistent daily uploads on YouTube. And you might be thinking, well, I don't want to be a fucking YouTuber, Jack, so that doesn't apply to me. Wrong. Because the other big thing I've had success in my life is my physique. I've got a world-class physique. Go check out my Instagram. I have a world-class physique. There's nobody can argue with that. If you check out the pictures on my Instagram with good lighting and a pump, it's world class. And it's one of the only things in my life that I've been consistent with, that I've turned up for every single day. And the reason why consistency works in anything that you do is because 99% of people can't do it. And I had a chat with a guy the other day on the phone. I just replied to an Instagram message actually, because this guy seemed really down on his luck. He seemed really depressed, and he was like, oh, my life's not going anywhere. I'm super anxious. I don't know what to do. I want to be a music producer, but I'm not sure how to get there. And I said, well, where's your music? Oh, I haven't done any. He'd done like 2 or 3 songs that he'd done with his friends like a couple of years ago in the end. But there was nothing on his Instagram. There was no daily post. There was no nothing. And that's because 99% of people view everything as so hard that they never start. All the things that you think. Only 1% of people succeed in that. Yes, because only 1% of people can turn up every day. So if you know, and if you set for yourself the ability to just say, I'm committing to this, I'm gonna turn up every day and I'm gonna see where it takes me, you will succeed. On a long enough time frame, you absolutely will succeed, whether it be in music, whether it be in acting, in business, in YouTube, professional sports. The biggest thing is that the people that really succeed at a high level, they manage to turn up every day even when it gets boring. If you sit down, and for me, I made YouTube videos for 160 days in a row, and if I'd continued doing that, I would be way bigger than I even am now. So that's why I've gone back on the dailies. We're about 28, 29 days, maybe even 30 days into the daily videos now. And it's not something I want to do every day. There's nobody that sits down and tells me, Jack, you have to do this. Jack, you have to do that. I do whatever I want every single day. Nobody tells me shit. And I love that, but you have to tell yourself to do this stuff. And there's days I don't want to sit down and be on camera. There's days you don't want to do that stuff. But when you sit down and do it every day, you beat everybody else by default. Because let's just use an example. So we started this month with videos of me on the PowerPoint, as usual. And then I got a little bit with PowerPoint, so I was like, I'd love to add a bit of variation. How can we make this a little bit better? This just happens because you get these insights once you begin the path. You don't get them before. And then I thought, well, I live in a great place. Why don't we show this place and set up the good camera and talk on camera a bit like this and dress up a bit better and present yourself a bit better for your audience. These are the gradual changes, the 1% better every day that take you the whole way. But when you try and look at them from the start, you'll never find the answers at the start. So you have to be consistent every single day. And I'm a little bit spiritual, which a lot of you guys will know by now. And I believe that ideas are not mine. They come to me from the universe, that my ideas are downloaded. And by turning up every day, you get those ideas. So you never know what video is going to pop. I never know what videos are going to be popular with you guys. But I know that if I turn up every day, one of those days, I'm going to have an idea or download a bit of information and act on it, and it's going to go well. And the more you show up, the more opportunities you have to find the good idea, to download that little bit of your insight or the little bit of universal wisdom that you wouldn't have got. And there's a fantastic book on this. On the art of really not quitting, the art of showing up and being consistent. And it's called The War of Art, not The Art of War. That's a great book on war strategy, and it applies to life and business strategy. But The War of Art is about how you turn up every day, and something called resistance. And resistance is the feeling you get when you feel like you should quit something or you shouldn't do something. And in this book, it reframes it as, when you feel resistance, when you feel it at its strongest, that's normally when you're on the right path. And the daily struggle for anyone that wants to become a professional at anything, to become truly successful, is to battle resistance every single day. And there's a great bit in this book that says, when you're closest to the end, when you're just about to succeed, resistance will be its highest. And you have to make sure you keep going. And I feel like that's something that happened to me.